mean?
I suppose this is where pro boxers become the brand in the meantime. Like, what else sells for the fight?
Yeah,
you know? Like, is the social side of things something that you like to do, or is it, let's just say Ramlat Ali, for example, Vogue. I mean, that's
incredible.
Versace. I mean, that's just insane. I mean, have you been approached by anyone at the moment?
No, to be honest, Ramla's doing a great job. She's got a great profile, just from her background and stuff. But yeah, to be honest, like, when you're on GB, like, they don't really prepare you for any of this. Like, you kind of literally just go in the gym, train, go back. You ain't got to worry about socials, pleasing anybody, getting your name out there, like, because you're there because of like your technical ability. You've got to that spot, and like the way you keep that spot is just by performing. It isn't by putting stories up, putting posts up, reels, all that bullshit. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think you should do that from that
early
stage?
Looking back, I wish I kind of set myself up more, or was like I wish they educated us a bit more on that kind of stuff, because obviously, the professional ranks, it's more of a business. You've got to be on your socials, you've got to kind of put yourself out there in whatever way you want. So now I'm kind of, again, learning on the job, just trying to get better at it, I suppose.
But say like Freddie Pullen, someone like that who we've had on the show. And what a character. I mean, the guy, if all fouls, if he goes pro, if all fouls in that route, or, he might go to the Olympics as well, who knows. But say if all fouls, he's definitely DAZN bound for being a
Mike man.
Mike man and all that. Like, he's just got a presence. But as well, and now Reese, don't beat me up or nothing, but like, you're an attractive girl, it's like, I'm not, I mean that in a sounds this is going to be ridiculed now, two lads in a pub say but no, I'm
not like a butch lesbian.
But it's a thing, like, you have to know, and this is coming from a musician, how to market yourself in this day and age of insanity. The only way I can put it is like, Lewis Capaldi wouldn't be Lewis Capaldi if he weren't funny.
100%.
You got so many great singers out there that would do what he's doing, but it wouldn't be that without that, or just without the madness. It's a mad frigging world that we live in.
It's crazy.
And I suppose it's like, it must be even harder for a female boxer, because you just know that your talent is of boxing. Like, say for example, just listening to you now, you're a very grounded girl. Like, that's what I get from you. And
I try.
No, but you are, like, big up Cambridge. Like, but it's a thing, I suppose, all the, like, the sex appeal of things, of fighting, and what sells, say like Elle Brooke or whatever, which
Emily
is only
Bridges.
Emily Bridges, all that stuff.
She's just been signed to MVP as well, actually.
Wow.
Emily Bridges, yeah, it's just like, you see some people that get signed and you just think like they've got there just because of their following and what they're doing and how they're putting themselves out there. And it's like, it's crazy going from GB, where you literally make it there on your ability and earning your stripes. And then you go from that to being a professional fighter, and you're almost like a nobody now. You're literally at the bottom of the pond. Do you know what I mean? And like, again, you've got to work your way up, but it's a different kind of vibe, because you've also got to put yourself out there, and like you said, it's a business, and it's a sticky one, to be honest. And I was speaking about Fred earlier, actually, because I was just like, he's just doing so well on the social side of things. Like, he's really putting himself out there. But I think it's a lot easier for blokes, I'd say, because they don't care what they look like, what they sound like. They're not insecure, do you know what I mean? And they just don't care, and they're just so like bubbly and out there. Whereas I feel like females, they can get a lot of stick depending on how they go about things. And that's why I feel like a lot of people, have resorted to things like OnlyFans and,
But Misfits ain't too far away from Matchroom then. Do you know what I mean?
That's like, another thing that annoys me is Misfits, because you know, people are getting like, you know, 40 grand a fight or something for like a Misfits debut. They've never boxed in their lives, and you're just like, some professional fighters will never see that kind of money, and they're actually have been grafting for years, and like that's something I really I don't get it. Like, fair play to the boxers, you know, they're just trying to make their money. Well, the Misfits boxers, they're just trying to make the money, but it is just, you know, I think these other promoters need to just up their game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've battled the Misfits concept in my brain for so long, and we've had a number of people that have come on the show. Darren Stewart being one, who's from a UFC background, which I respect a bit more, because it's like, you know, he's done the graft, he's been in combat sport, and Darren Till's not an easy fight, and he took it just after 9 weeks and things like that. That I can get.
Yeah.
When YouTubers are just getting it, to me, it's a little bit like, well, hold on, you've got your girl Shona here, who has, like you say, got her stripes, and where's the food at? You know, where's her next meal coming from? You know, but it's such a tough one, and this is why, like, say someone like Maisie Rose, though, right? So she's a bit like Freddie, bit bubbly, bit outspoken, and things like that. But not everyone's Maisie. You know, so. Yeah, I guess because you're at the very start of it, and it's a privilege really to get you right at the start of your professional career.
Yeah,
thank you.
So like where do you go with it? I mean, the world's. It's almost like you need someone in marketing. Do I mean, you're a free agent, as you say, so I suppose we don't know. Like, when you sign, maybe you get someone who markets you. Yeah, you know, like what. But
yeah, the way I see it is, like, I aspire to be like Katie Taylor, for example. Ellie Scotty, she's another one who, do you know what I mean? They're so down to earth. They're not out there. Like, when do you ever see anything about Katie's personal life? You never do. Do you know what I mean? Even like Ellie Scotty, she's very reserved like that. But they're just themselves. They don't, you know, fake it till they make it. They're not putting on this persona. They are just themselves, and look how far they've got. Do you know what I mean? And that's how it should be. It should be the talent is getting you there, not like what you're doing on socials or OnlyFans and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
But you put your 200,000 hours in, whatever it is, 20,000 hours in, you get it back, I suppose. I don't believe that fully, because in this world it is very difficult to crack on. But yeah, those are, you know, the people that you look up to. Like, I mean, what an incredible athlete Katie Taylor. Amazing. So if that's your guide, run with that. Like, I've got no idea about marketing a female boxer, and this isn't even advice, and I don't want to stand here and give you advice, but I'd say just stay true to yourself. Like,
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Just stay true to myself. Like, I don't want to fake and be someone I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Just to try and get signed and just trying to impress the promoters or the audience or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
But this is our podcast. And me, if I was watching this, hearing you say that, I'd be like, I'll root for her. Because it's
how it should be. But like you say, times are changing, and social media is a powerful thing now, and that's all people care about these days. Do you know what I mean? I think Matchroom, they've just signed Meatball Molly.
Yeah.
That was another one. Like, and do you know what I mean? I didn't think she was gonna do anything else, to be honest. I thought she was retired, but yeah, it's another one, obviously, because she's got such a big platform, such a big background, just, you know, straight in there. But, you know, Matchroom, they do preach, you know, that they're really into grassroots boxing and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll just have to see. I just think an all-rounder, Katie Taylor is the GOAT, 100%.
Yeah. You ever had any moments with Katie Taylor or anything? You know, talked or anything? Or?
I did meet her once. We was actually fighting in the same tournament. This was my first ever international for England. I was thrown in the deep end, straight into I think it was the EU Championships. Obviously, that's not a thing now. But I was only a junior, so we weren't like in the same category. But obviously she was lightweight, I was lightweight, but she was a senior, I was a junior. I got beat in the first round, to be fair, by the one that won it. But yeah, I met her afterwards, so yeah, she's a lot smaller in person.
Really?
But that's the only time I've actually met her. And then I watched her fight against Tasha Jonas in the 2012 Olympics. That was incredible. Yeah. The atmosphere of like the Irish and the English was just unbelievable. Other than that, and I've not really come across her, to be honest. Other than that,
could be someone to reach out to ask a bit of advice.
Yeah,
especially if it's someone like, you know, I'm not telling you what to do, but that's someone you aspire to be. It's like, how do you get rid of all the bullshit? You know, and just do what you do in this day and age.
To be honest, I actually reached out to Tasha Jonas recently for advice because she's always been a fan of mine, and I do rate her as a person. Like, obviously as a boxer, but yeah, as a person, I really rate her. And yeah, I asked her for advice not that long ago, to be honest. And she's always got time for people. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, she's lovely.